Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you, Akim, laboring in his truth, all right? Preaching and prophesying in the name of Yahweh, why Yahushua. Now, I want to do a sitting that deals with the brethren who coming in this truth, or just coming into this truth, or just digesting this truth. Because you could have been in the truth for a minute, but the Lord works with different brothers on different time, on different frequencies. So you guys, so this is going into the brethren who is just starting to digest this truth, and basically who are just starting to catch hell. Because when you come into this truth, you're excited, and you willingly come in. That's how all of us was. All right, the men of the Lord, we run to this truth. Why? Because you understand, and hey, you're getting closer to the Most High. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Even if you're in the work field or in the world or whatever, you get a certain network, you start a network or get a connection with the man, the boss or the guy who's, who's steering the ship, so to speak, you feel good. Like, yeah, man, I'm in with the big man, so I'm all right. So that's even 10 million times more dealing with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So you come into this truth and you accept it. That's why the scripture tell you it was as sweet as honey in my mouth, but bitter in my belly. So when you come into this truth, it's sweet, man. Why? Because you've been thirsty, and the Lord quenched that thirst. But what you got to realize and what you got to understand, and that's why it's up to the men who head of these camps and men in position of teaching to let that be known to the younger brothers who coming in. Look, prepare your soul for suffering. And that's what I'm going to center this sitting around, and this won't be more of a, pep talk, if you want to call it that, just to the brethren who coming in and you starting to catch hell and you don't really know why. You don't know why you started to catch hell, but that's a part of the terms that comes along in this contract. That's a part of the agreement. When you come back to the Lord, you got to prepare yourself for suffering. And look, this is by experience, okay? This is by experience, catching hell, just shit that that the average guy will fold, all right? But when you know that the Lord is going to bring that hell upon you, you could take it cheerfully. And it's hard to do that, but you could take it with a grain of salt, like they say in the world. You accept it. So, really with no further ado, just jump right into the scripture. This is Sirach, all right, the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. All right, this is Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, and that means suffering. All right, verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Yeah, you set your heart aright. That's your mind. That what they say in the world, get your mind right. That's the Lord telling you that. Set your heart aright, get your mind right, and constantly endure. So this thing is a thing of constantly catching hell. And like I was saying, it's not just on the financial tip, It could be on any level. What's your comfort zone, the Lord going to take that away. And you're going to have to constantly endure that. That's why the scriptures say, he who endured to the end. All right, it said, and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble. So when time of trouble come on you, when you come in this truth and you start catching hell, you can't make haste. You can't be ready to hit the door. And that's what happened to a lot of these guys. All right, they can't just come out and tell you that they can't handle it. They either blame somebody else or they just fade away. But the Lord telling you, don't make haste. And it's another scripture in the book of Psalms that tell you, be still and know that I am Yahweh. I am the Most High. So being still is opposite of making haste. Being still is standing your ground, holding your post, all right? And just deal with it, and the Most High gonna come through for you. And hey, I'm witness of that, man. I give witness of that to this as we speak. Right, the Lord send you through hell, you stand your ground, and the Lord pull you out of it. That's just how you work. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Yeah, so that scripture tell you the beginning of the ending of a thing is better than the beginning. So you come into this truth, you catch hell, but you put your trust in the Lord and you cleave unto the Lord. Why? So you can be increased in the end, which ultimately is going into those chariots and getting crowned. The crowning of Yahushua is what you should be desiring. the day of that crowning, when Yahweh Shai crowned us with rulership. If you any real man, that's what you want, man. You want to be able to rule and kick back. Right? Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So the Lord comparing us to gold. So if you gold, the Lord going to try you, because that's what you do with your gold. You like the gold. You look at the gold and you say, I like this gold. But in order for me to buy it or redeem it, I got to try it. I got to make sure it's real. And that's how the Lord look at us. Then it says, and acceptable men, all right, it says, for gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So when you come into this truth and the Lord has accepted you, you're going to go through a fiery furnace. Pursuing what that is, 1 Peter 4 and 12, if I'm not mistaken. You know, that's the spirit that jumped right to it. This 1 Peter 4 and 2, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Yeah. So some strange things go to happen, knowing nothing going your way. You like, damn, I don't need nothing else to have wrong. And just before you get the words out your mouth, something else happened. Well, that's strange. But Peter telling you right here through the inspiration of Yahweh Shai, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you as though some strange thing is happening to you. Yeah. So it's going to happen. When you come in this truth, the Lord going to test you. If you're acceptable. If you're not acceptable, you're not going to catch no hell. Because he's going to look at you right at face value and say, this is not gold. All right. Verse 13, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Yahweh Shai Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceedingly joy. So you got to really rejoice when you catch this hell. All right. Verse 7 in Sirach 2 and 7. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. So that word wait mean you got to be patient. And you patient, that's like you waiting on somebody to bring you aid. You waiting on your aid. Verse 8. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Yeah, you're going to get your reward. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So that's the scriptures you got to have with you when you come into this truth. That's setting your heart aright. That's a part of setting your heart aright. You go back and you look at Job and you look at Joseph, Daniel, and the different forefathers that caught hell, but the Lord brought them out. He did not forsake them. So, brethren, when you come into this truth, prepare your soul for temptation. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. You're going to catch hell. You're going to lose the thing that was a comfort to you. If it wasn't money, if it was your car, then you're going to lose your car. If it wasn't your car and it was you was used to eating 3 times a day, you're going to lose that. If it wasn't that and if it was a woman you was wrapped all up in, you're going to lose that. So, but you got to know that that's the Lord trying you to make sure you still going to follow him and not go aside. So with that, I hope you was edified, brethren. Until the next time, shalom.